Thank you and welcome to TNT. Our first guests are, well, I guess a most unusual combination, to say the least. The Macho Man Randy Savage certainly surprised everyone in the World Wrestling Federation when he selected his manager. And of course, he was the hottest sought-after property, I think, perhaps in the history of the WWF as far as managers were concerned. Would you please welcome the Macho Man along with his manager, Elizabeth.
Think that you listen to me, you'll understand the real truth. The uncrowned world heavyweight champion is sitting in front of you right now. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Elizabeth, am I the uncrowned world heavyweight champion?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Is Hulk Hogan gonna be the thing of the past?
Yes.
Yes! Did you hear that right now? Yeah. I am not on the cover of this book. So this book means nothing to me. Vince McMahon, Lord Alfred Hayes, tell you something straight to your face. Yeah, I am the greatest wrestler in the WWF, bar none. Understand?
Well,
yes, I am. Vince McMahon.
On this program, generally, I ask the questions, but you're doing a real good job of asking them and answering them.
Yeah.
I wonder if perhaps we could ask our studio audience to become a little bit involved here in terms of some applause as to whom you feel is more popular, the Macho Man or Elizabeth. Let's first of all hear it for the popularity of the Macho Man. That's what I thought.
Silence is golden, yes!
For those of you who appreciate the talents of Elizabeth, now, let me ask you, Mr. Savage, how do you deal with that? I mean, it seems to me that you would want some sort of adulation in your own right, and certainly a certain amount of it is justified given your athletic prowess.
Wouldn't you say that the cream rises to the top? Wouldn't you say that, Vince McMahon?
Yes, that's
Wouldn't
scientific.
you say that, Elizabeth?
Yes.
Yeah!
Well-
Wouldn't you say it again?
Yes, it's true, Macho Man.
Louder.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, it is true.
All right, well, let's,
Alfred Hayes.
if we can just interrupt that just for a moment. Friendly.
Yeah.
Let's take you now to a match involving yourself.
Led down the aisle by his manager, Elizabeth, from Sarasota, Florida, weighing 237 pounds, Randy Macho Man Savage.
Yes, been a palping circumstance. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, along with his beautiful manager, Elizabeth, who's just about the sweetest thing I guess you'll ever meet in the World Wrestling Federation. What a sweet young lady.
She's a beautiful, beautiful girl. But look at the robe of the Macho Man. Boy, you want to talk about something different, huh? Unusual and fancy. Look at that. What is that, snakes? That cobra or something?
Dragons on the back.
Dragons,
So they
yeah.
just- Ricky Steamboat might take exception to that outfit as we take a look at Elizabeth now, who's trying to calm down the Macho Man a bit. Takes her a while to get him all prepared for his matchup. She's crazy about her man, I'll tell you. But that is one fine young lady. Elizabeth.
She looks so sweet and innocent.
She is.
But yeah, she is. But I hear she's a very hard negotiator when it comes to the Macho Man.
Yes, as a matter of fact, you and I have talked a little bit about this before, and that perhaps is her forte in terms of contracts and things of that nature.
I would think so, because I don't know that she can really guide him as far as his wrestling goes, like your other managers, like a Valiant or like Heenan, you know. But I think she handles his business affairs, and I hear that for a man who's been wrestling, what, about 7 years or so?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
I hear that he could retire tomorrow. You know, that she's been such a great, not only making great deals, but as far as looking out for his investments.
The Macho Man, Randy Savage, takes a shoulder block. Powers hooks the hips, has him over, Rod. We're gonna have it up. No, we're not. Oh. Right into the side headlock here, and Macho Man has had some problems. Jim Powers doing very well off the rope. Over him again. Drop kick, down he goes.
There's Jim Powers is a fine-looking athlete. He'll give anybody a good going in.
Way out of position. We could have already had at least a count of two. Bad luck on the part of Jim Powers. No, the reversal here. Off the rope, missing with the elbow. Powers off. All right. Again, referee out of position. Gets one. Well, look at that clothesline. That'll take its toll on Jim Powers.
Yeah, that sounded pretty good.
Macho Man now on the top rope. Randy Savage. Devastating elbow. I think that could very well spell defeat. That one blow, it did.
The way Savage delivers that blow, I can't imagine anybody escaping it if he connects like he just connected. That is one of the most devastating blows delivered in that ring.
Very,
Beautiful. Yeah, I love it, baby. Doing the thing. You're talking about applause. Look at that. Yeah, that's respect for being an athlete, quick as a cat. Nobody in the WWF does it better, Vince McMahon. No one.
I don't think anyone
I don't have to get on my knees for anyone either.
I don't think anyone's
Yeah, I
asking for
think
that.
I know your wife, buddy.
Well, before we get into anything personal here, I mean, I would think that that no one doubts your athletic prowess. Let me ask you, you have a problem with your tongue? I mean, you've got... I've never seen that done in professional wrestling. Not that it's to anyone's advantage, I wouldn't think, but what exactly are you trying to acquire more oxygen? I mean, there's what are you doing there?
Macho madness. Sweeping the country in Hulkamania is dead. That's all, man.
But what does that have to do with the tongue?
Yeah. Doing the thing. You gotta have a feel for victory. When you're this great, it's hard to sustain it inside your body. So what happens is unreal, isn't it, Elizabeth?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, verification right there.
She's definitely behind her man. There's no doubt about that, 100%. All
She
the way.
knows who's the boss.
Well, I think you make that quite obvious. We have here another look at the Macho Man, Randy Savage, on the wrestling album, and over here, I believe, yes.
Yeah. See
There's
that
a look
big
at.
arm?
Yeah, I'd say that's getting up there, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Tongues in the mouth, too. Can do it anyway, yeah, ambidextrous, whatever.
You have an ambidextrous tongue.
Yeah.
But that's something. You are, unique. There's no doubt of that in many respects.
Yeah, I'm also unique. Yeah. Can do anything better than anyone else in the WWF. And I'm talking everybody. Isn't that right, Elizabeth? Yes. Okay, good. Watch this, baby. Yeah! Do the thing one time, again and again and again and again, because it's momentum.
I must say that having had the pleasure of chatting with Elizabeth before the show, she's one of the sweetest ladies I think I've ever had the pleasure of meeting, and it just seems to me such a contrast. I mean, between you, with given your ego and what have you, and compared with that of Elizabeth.
What are you trying to say between the lines, Vince McMahon?
I'm not trying to say anything between the lines.
No,
I can just understand why people, find Elizabeth to be attractive and why they find her to be very popular, and you're not a very popular athlete.
You're not cutting me no slack right now.
I beg your pardon.
No, be honest with me right now. You're not cutting me no slack. You're stonewalling me right now. You're forcing me in a position with no other alternative but to react. Now, isn't that right? That's right. That's right! Talk about the Macho Man, Randy Savage, every moment of the day. You understand?
Well, we thank you very much for
Who's
joining
the
us.
most popular one right now? Come on down here, boy.
No, I'll tell you what.
Come on down.
TNT. To join us now, an individual who's been, I would say, one of the more successful wrestlers throughout the WWF, notwithstanding his tactics. Would you please welcome Iron Mike Sharp? How do you react? Well, we know how you react.
Now,
When
let's
people
don't go into that. Let's don't go into that. I know what you're going to ask, and I don't want to hear it.
Does that thing smell?
It doesn't smell. I told you last time I was here, I washed this at least once a week, sometimes twice, in the bathtub with ivory. It's nice. Ivory soap. It does a good job.
It does, really?
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't smell, it stinks.
You know, I don't think I like him. I think I prefer talking to you.
Well, if it stinks, I'm glad that it's over on that side and not on my side. I mean, maybe that's the secret behind your success. Maybe you suffocate your opponents to death with the
The
asphyxiation.
secret of my success is right here. Look at that. You see that right there?
That's impressive.
That's the secret of my success. Right there. Plus the mind, you know, it takes more than just a body and strength and endurance to get in that ring and get your hand raised.
Yes, it
It takes a lot of intelligence.
It takes some sort of object like that on your arm in your
I've
case.
explained all this. This is just a matter of protection for an old injury. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't see what the big fuss is about. I have permission to wear this. I don't understand why everybody creates such an uproar about it. You know, I just don't understand. It's my ability that beats my opponents,
Well, right
not
now-
this.
Right now, we would like to show you a little poem from the poet laureate of the WWF, Leaping Lanny Poffo. And Lanny Poffo wrote a poem about Iron Mike Sharp.
Oh, Iron Mike a wimp. It really drives him crazy. If what the fans are saying is true, Pete Rose is also lazy. I've hit him with my Sunday best. He took a few steps back, then took his mighty forearm and gave me such a whack. My toes curled up inside my boots. It took my breath away. It made me doubt I'd ever live to fight another day. They love to call this man a wimp. Results are fun to see. Mike's not as stupid as he looks, but then he couldn't be.
Oh, my.
That's another individual I don't care for too much. He's low on my list of individuals. I don't, you know, what is all this put down for? You know, I'm a great athlete.
Yes,
You know that.
are.
Do you know
Yeah.
that I am considered Canada's greatest athlete? Did you know that? That is a fact, yes. I have a great athletic background. All sorts of sports, boxing, hockey, football. I am a great individual in that ring, a great performer. I don't know why people are always knocking me. I can't understand it. Why would you want to knock me? Why would this man want to knock me? I don't understand.
I don't knock you. I think that you are in fantastic condition, and I would say that you're probably in the best condition, bar maybe Hogan, in the whole of the WWF.
I think that's stretching it a little bit, but
I'm talking about condition, not
Now,
necessarily.
I'll stretch a little more. I am in better shape than Hogan. He may be a bigger man than me. He may be a little bit stronger. He may have a little bit bigger biceps. But as far as conditioning and endurance, I am #1 in professional wrestling. That's a known fact.
all right, let's take you down to some videotape footage, and we'll see you in individual competition in the squared circle, and no doubt, vintage Iron Mike Sharp. Let's go now to the videotape footage.
Ventura and Iron Mike is going to have a tough time with this youngster, Jess.
Oh, he definitely is. Iron Mike Sharp, claiming to be Canada's greatest athlete. And as I understand it, Gorilla, in the city of Hamilton, where Mike Sharp's from, they voted him over Wayne Gretzky. Oh,
Over Wayne Gretzky.
as Canada's greatest athlete.
Did you count the votes on that, Jess?
No, I didn't, but that's what I heard.
Oh, well, I think it leaves a lot to be desired in that statement because
It
Wayne
probably
Gretzky.
does, because Canadians have trouble counting anyway.
Well, I doubt that also. Nice crisscross here. We'll see who's going to get the upper hand. Sharp drops down in front, over the top, Jim Young. Look at this. Oh, leapfrog. Caught him in the leg. Drop kick halfway. Caught him under the chin with that one shot. Nice arm drag. Takes Iron Mike down to the canvas. Not a place he likes to be. He won't stay there long. Oh. Well, there's a decided advantage there, Jess, with that forearm support as he just raked it across the eyes of Jim Young.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike Sharp's going to be tested here because Jim Young's improving every time I see him here in the World Wrestling Federation.
Nice reversal, monkey flip coming up out of the corner. Yes, he got him over. Oh, I missed that drop kick. Telegraphed that move a little bit. Iron Mike, the ring veteran he is, saw that coming and just sidestepped him. Wow. Talk about a smack of the flesh.
Now, that had nothing to do with that brace either.
No, it didn't. But that did right there.
Oh,
And another
maybe.
one. Look out. Sharp dragging him over that top rope. Blatant chokehold here. Oh, clotheslined him. Dropped to the floor and clotheslined the youngster. Dragging him out here. Now, what's he going to do with him now? Oh. Talk about your devastation. You're looking at it right now. as Iron Mike Sharp unloading the heavy artillery on Jim Young. Just got back in time, I think, too, Jeff. Both men out on the floor for quite some time.
Yeah, that's a danger when you get out to that floor. You can get so involved with what's happening out there, you can totally lose the count of the referee.
Snap Mares, the youngster, back in over the top rope to Hardway. Boy, once Sharp gets the upper hand. Nice duck there. And a right forearm by Jim Young. And a Beal sends Iron Mike across the ring. Don't threaten him, Jim. Go get it. That's that inexperience showing through again, Jess.
That's right, Mike Sharp, the veteran. He is stalling for some time, and he got it.
Every one of those blows, boy, that right forearm seems to take a tremendous toll. Whips in now. Whoa, clothesline him with that. Down for the cover. I'm afraid it's over.
An impressive victory.
Very impressive.
But
Every victory I have is impressive. What's surprising about that? I don't see anything surprising about that.
No,
I
but
mean,
I
everybody could see the shape I'm in, the power that I have. You know.
what sort of, other than wrestling, what sort of interest do you have?
Well, I have lots of interests. I'm a very intelligent individual, you know. I like to read a lot. I like good movies, good music, fine wine, beautiful women. I'm a very classy individual, you know.
Oh?
I'm not just your common run-of-the-mill wrestler.
Common run-of-the-mill
Yes,
wrestler?
common run-of-the-mill wrestler like some of these other individuals around here. I'm a very classy fella.
All right, if you say so. Your dad was a wrestler, wasn't
That's
he?
right. My dad and my uncle, they were world champions. For 5 years straight, they were the champions of the world, undefeated. Great athletes, great individuals.
They were a super
Yes, my father was a living legend over in Japan in the 50s, the early 50s. Yes.
Well, you've spent quite a bit of time over in Japan, have you not?
Yes, I have. I've been over there, among other places. I've traveled the world. Japan has been one of them. I've been over there maybe 10, 12 times.
And the wrestling differs a little bit there than the style that is than here, does it
Yes,
not?
they place more emphasis on conditioning and endurance, and they go at a little faster pace. Of course, I fit in very, very well there because I am in such great condition.
Yes, we've established that fact.
Yes, everybody is well aware of that.
Yes.
Yes.
Mike is in great shape.
Matter of fact, the wrestlers over there are known for their judo chops and their big chops and everything, but when I start handing out those chops, they shy away a little bit from Iron Mike, I'll guarantee you that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm a little bit proud of that.
Are you really?
Yes, I am, yes. Yes, I beat up a few people over there. I've left my mark.
Not just over there, but over here. We wish you all the success in the world and your future endeavors in the World Wrestling Federation.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
We'll be back as we continue with Jesse the Body Ventura. Stay with us for more TNT. Back for more TNT. Our next guest, when we last saw him on TNT, as a matter of fact, he was not a guest. As I recall, he was the host. And unfortunately, we apologized later on. He perpetrated a fraud here on TNT and allegedly had with him Prince. Later on, it was definitely found out that it was not Prince. It was a Prince look-alike. But nonetheless, he's back with us. Would you please welcome Jesse the Body Ventura? Jack McMahon and Jack Hayes?
Yeah.
Why is everyone Jack to you, Mr. Ventura?
Why are they Jack to me? Because they don't mean nothing to me.
All right, what
And
puts it
so
where
I
it is?
classify everyone that don't mean nothing to me as Jack. And as for you talking about that not being Prince, you wouldn't know Prince if he walked up and punched you right in the nose.
Well, we found out from the management of Prince that was definitely
Of course
not.
they're going to tell you that it's not him. What do you think? You're going to call up, somebody going to call up on the phone and say, is Prince there? And they're going to say, just a minute, we'll go get him, and you're going to talk to him?
No, this was further investigation, and further investigation proved that he was nowhere to be found. I mean, certainly not here.
Of course not. He was with me.
You sort of hobnob with the Rockers from time to time. I mean, claim there's some sort of relationship with Mick Jagger and things of that nature.
No, that's wrong. They hobnob with me.
I beg your pardon, I got it wrong, yes.
Yes, they like to hobnob with me, whatever hobnobbing is. Would you classify that for me?
An association.
Okay. I'm not familiar with them terms.
Well, you will be familiar with the terms we're going to show you now. Courtesy of NBC, it was a Piper's Pit not long ago in which Mr. Ventura, unfortunately for him, got involved.
I'm afraid to come out here and say something face to face. I called it just the way I seen it, and I talked just the way I saw it, and I ain't backing down on nothing.
Wait a second, wait. What is it that you want to do? You guys are looking here. We come to talk. You guys are coming here looking like you want to fight.
Well, maybe we do, Mr. Piper.
Well, but listen, we don't want to cause you guys any trouble because we know how intelligent you are.
Oh, yeah.
And you do.
Yeah.
Pandemonium has broken loose and oh my goodness, Hillbilly and Jim missing with the right hand. Piper on the outside, Orton on the outside. And look at this, Jesse the Body Ventura now being cornered by Hillbilly Jim and Uncle Elmer. It's going to be 2 against 1. They're coming after him. Oh, wait a minute. Piper now coming to the rescue. It could be too late. Jesse the Body Ventura saves himself. Time to regroup now. They got Jesse's hat. Oh, Uncle Elmer's doing a maneuver. So is Hillbilly Jim on Jesse the Body Ventura's hat. Meanwhile, time to regroup. Little confrontation here in Piper's Pit, and these hillbillies are red hot.
All right, Mr. Ventura, I would suspect that the hillbillies are very much looking forward to an opportunity to press the flesh a little bit.
Well, they might be looking forward to it now because they've never stepped in there with me. But I'll tell you the one thing I want for sure, besides money before I wrestle these guys, I want the World Wrestling Federation to guarantee me that they will scour their bodies.
Bathe?
Bathe them. Because I ain't going out there and touching these guys after what I see. I mean, Elmer walks around with a pig under his armpit half of his life. You know? Would you?
I wouldn't walk around with a pig under my arm, no.
Well, would you wrestle someone that does?
Well,
no, you wouldn't. I'll answer it for you.
Please,
You know, let me add something else here, too, McMahon. You know, since my commentating on his wedding, I've had so many requests. Now, everybody wants their wedding videotaped, and they want to hire me to do the talking. In fact, your buddies, Chuck and Diane over there, they wanted to redo their wedding in England and have me do the commentating now.
All right, well, we will take you now.
Doubt that.
We'll take you now to some...
Oh, yeah.
I doubt that very much.
So, a matchup involving Jesse the Body Ventura. Let's go now to the videotape.
Jesse the Body Ventura, my colleague, this week decided to put on the wrestling gear. So joining me here at ringside, my special guest, Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion Tito Santana.
I'm looking forward to this match, Gino, because I know that sooner or later I'm going to be defending my title against Jesse the Body.
Well, he's spoken so many times, Tito, about how he wants some gold around his waist, and he certainly would like to have yours.
He sure would. I understand he's been doing a lot of training lately, and he's getting ready for some title matches. He wants them, and he says he's ready.
Well, not only that, he stated of late that he is now teamed up with the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
That's exactly right.
Become his tag team partner, and take a look at him. He looks in good shape, Tito.
He sure does. He's trimmed down in the last 3 weeks, lost about 10 pounds, and he's in shape. There's no doubt about that.
Standing wrist lock by Ron Hutchinson, who shouldn't possess much of a problem, present much of a problem.
How do you like that, Chico?
It's not
How do you
Chico,
like that, Chico?
Jesse. It's Tito.
Why is he worried about me out here? He should be concentrating about the match that's involved in the ring. You know, I'd like to see an upset here, Gino.
I think he's a little. I think he's a little self-conscious, Tito, about you being out here. As he rams young Ron's head into that top turnbuckle, Snapmare takes him over. The Body doesn't have to take a back seat to anybody inside that squared circle. He's proven that over the years. Got a tremendous record here in the World Wrestling Federation.
He sure does. I've seen him have some tough matches, and I've seen him break a few rules when he has to. He don't mind bending the rules, Gino, and when you step into the ring with guys like that, you have to worry about what they're going to do next.
The very unorthodox style of Jesse the Body Ventura will stop at nothing to win a match.
Look what he's doing. He's choking, standing right on his throat.
The referee admonished him about it, but after the fact, it's a completely, not only is he choking the man, he's using the ropes for additional leverage.
He's got the 5 counts, and he does not have to break the hold until the 5 counts, and that's exactly what he's doing. He went right back to it twice.
He got caught with the right hand by young Hutchinson. Look out, wind him up. Jesse the Body going for the ride. Hard into the turnbuckle. Oh, look out. Ron walked right into that one. The Body going to work on young Rod Hutchinson. Big slam. And when Jesse picks you up, that's 6 and 7, 8 feet high in the air. It's a long way down.
He just threw him down, Gino. Dropped that knee in the back. Boy, he's hurt.
Put punishment right in the kidney area. I think the only reason he decided to team up with the Macho Man is because he liked the looks of Elizabeth.
I think you're right, Gino. She's a very attractive woman.
She's a beautiful lady. Of course, the Macho Man of late has not been treating her as such.
He doesn't respect women. I don't like that at all. And any man that doesn't respect a woman.
He doesn't respect anybody. Causing havoc here in the World Wrestling Federation. Jesse the Body Ventura going to work.
Get up, Chico Santana.
Uh-oh. Get up, Chico Santana.
Yeah,
you wish you could handle Tito Santana that easily. Big backbreaker applied by the Body.
It's all over.
I believe that's all she wrote. Once he gets you up there, the pain is tremendous. And it doesn't take long for him to quit.
All right, Jess, I guess you were impressed with yourself.
I'm always impressed with myself.
I don't think Tito Santana was all that impressed.
Well, you know, Chico, what can you...
Why do you insist on calling...
Because I knew him before he was nobody. I knew him when he sold tacos in Tijuana. He had one of them little stands down there with the carton at when he was a young guy coming up, and then he swam across the river and went to West Texas State. Because, you know, they have no entrance exams in Texas colleges. Anybody can get in.
Ooh, really? All right, Jess, we'll be back as we continue with more. We're going to have you answer a few of the questions asked by our audience.
Think they're smart enough to ask any?
We'll find out. Right. We'll be back.
We're back here on TNT, and just for a few moments I'll be taking the boss's place. Jesse, this is the latest WWF magazine, right just here, if you can take a shot of that.
I can see it.
Right, now in this magazine, Jesse, there is a very, very interesting article, if you can take another shot of that article there, and it is young Corporal Kirchner. Now, you know a lot about this parachuting, but how would you assess this man's ability as compared to your own?
Well, I'll tell you, the first thing is, see, I was an ex-U.S. Navy SEAL, and we used to call all the Army pukes.
That wasn't very nice of
Well,
you,
because they are. It's just that simple. He does the best you can, you know, but all Army guys are pukes to begin with, so...
So you don't
Kirchner's
think
a puke, too.
You don't think that he compares to you?
Nah, not a bit.
Well, I don't...
Anybody that's been in the military will tell you SEAL team runs circles around airborne.
Okay, Jesse has a lot of future. Now we're going to go to Vince McMahon, who's in the audience, and he's going to take some questions that you are going to respond to.
He's going to talk to them pukes out there.
Well, you wanted to know if there were some intelligent questions. We'll find out real quickly. Would you stand up and state your name, sir?
My name's Robert Reed.
You have a question for the Body?
Body, I'd like to know where you get those ridiculous costumes that you wear. I'm fed up with the outfits you wear.
Costumes? Those are my clothes. They're not costumes, they're my clothes. And let me tell you, one set of my clothes could probably buy your car.
Thank you very much. Would you stand up and state your name, sir?
Yes, Roger Gorman. I'm just wondering, is Rachel Ward a little jealous of your little things with Elizabeth on the side, or is Macho?
There's nothing going on between me and Elizabeth, and, you know, Rachel Ward, that's a thing of the past. She's old news now. I only keep them for a month, then I discard them.
Sir, would you stand up and state your name?
Yes, my name is Burke.
Burke?
Yeah.
All right.
First name is Phil Burke, and I'm a little nervous tonight because Jesse happens to be my favorite of all of the wrestlers.
Really?
Really.
You got a fan out here, Jess.
That's right. I got a lot of them.
That is the truth, and I've been following wrestling for many years.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you one thing, Vince. Following wrestling has always been one of my greatest place ending. But what I want to know is, as far as wrestling today goes, compared to yesterday, in and by, what do they have really that can produce the athletic mind so they can have least or their own working, where there could be some
Is this guy taking the whole show or what, McMahon?
Yes, there could be some relaxation in men what they might have as far as different holds are concerned, or strangling holds with build. What is that lead that they might use for actual least for your working?
All right, Jesse, answer that if you would.
I don't even know what the guy was talking about since he told me his name was Phil Burke.
Well, let me put it.
Expound on that.
All right.
Hey, Phil, I love it that you like me, but you're taking up all the time. McMahon, talk to somebody else.
He's a fan of yours. That's some
Jesse,
respect.
I'm a fan of yours. I'm just saying one thing. I followed you from California over, and if whenever wrestling produces itself in peas, what do they have over in Tiny? What is the advantageous thing that might be with Pete for their own work and then sold out in All Out? What is that mind for actual work in Tiny out here?
That's another good question, Jess.
I don't know. You answer it, McMahon.
Can you answer it?
This is Jesse Ventura's.
I think I've confused Phil. Phil, you need to. Have you ever been to Bellevue?
No.
Take a trip up
you
there,
think
Phil.
I need to go, Jess?
Maybe.
I'll take you with me.
No.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. Let's take you now to advice of the love-lorn. Jess, you may want to listen to this. Welcome to Advice for the Love-Lorn. Our guest, Mr. Freddie Blassie. And certainly, Mr. Blassie, you would be eminently qualified to give someone advice, especially the love-lorn, having been married some, how many times?
8 times.
8 times.
Eight times.
But yet there are other individuals certainly freely giving of their advice, and there are other individuals on television, as a matter of fact. Dr. Ruth gives of her advice. And I wonder how you could compare yourself
Ruth
to...
Have you ever seen her? Take a look at her and then take a look at me. I'm handsome, good looking, I've got all the qualifications, everything that a woman would love. But now when you take a look at her, that little pipsqueak sitting up there, they put her on a platform stool, you know, to make her a little bit taller. She's only 4'2".
Well, regardless of her size, surely she's had the
but
experience.
But what experience could she ever had?
What do you mean by that?
Well, just take it. Midgets?
No, Mr. Blassie, notwithstanding someone's size or whatever it may be, surely education is a part of this, and you don't...
What has got education got to do? I know college graduates on a dean's list and all that and everything.
From personal experience, surely she would have had a number of personal experiences.
Like who? Like who could she have ever had an affair with?
Lord Alfred Hayes?
Oh, come on, even he's not that hard up.
Oh, please, no. Wait,
My God.
What advice do you have for the love-lorn?
What advice do I have for the love? I saved the midget's life.
I beg your pardon?
I saved the midget's life. A midget got married to the fat lady in a circus. And he got married that night, and I was the best man. I said, now look, I'm going to save your life, sonny.
And how did you do that?
I tied 2 2x4s across them, and I said, now before you go to sleep, don't take them things off. And the man, that next morning,
we'll be back. Thank you very much for joining us.
For what?
Back with more.
Listen, I've got more to tell you. Don't pay no attention to him. Blassie's love advice to the love-lorn.
No, please, Mr. Blassie.
What?
No more 2x4s. I think that's enough. Back with more TNT. Our next guest, as a matter of fact, is an individual who can lay claim to be the world's strongest man, believe it or not. Having bench pressed in a powerlifting meet back in May, I believe, in Hawaii. Over 700 pounds, 705 pounds, I believe to be exact. Here on TNT, as a matter of fact, well, I guess maybe about 6 months ago, maybe even a little bit earlier than that. Maybe it was Big John Studd who allegedly, unofficially, bench pressed around 700.
It was exactly 700.
But this is an official record. Would you please welcome the strongest man in the world, Mr. Ted Arcidi. Hey, big man, what do you weigh, Ted?
I tipped the scale about 285.
285.
Yeah.
And when you set the, let me show the viewers at home this Powerlifting USA. This is the cover. And there you are when you set the world record, which I believe still stands, does it not?
Oh, yeah. It'll stand for another 10 years.
It will?
Oh, I know it will. Yeah. Unless we don't run across any frauds.
Whoa. You think maybe Big John Studd was...
Oh, I know he's a fraud.
Really?
It was done in a gym, his lift.
But this, yours was done in legitimate competition.
Oh, yeah. It was done at the World Championships in Hawaii. And, well, his gym, I don't know where he lifted the weight, where he claimed to lift it, but it was probably just in front of like 3 mullets.
Entering the ranks of the World Wrestling Federation and hoping, obviously, to use your enormous strength to your advantage. And I think that surely Alfred Hayes would be one to advise you that there's a great deal more in professional wrestling other than strength, although surely using your enormous power has got to be a tremendous advantage for you.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be my biggest asset. No one in the world comes even close to my mark. As I said earlier, I wasn't joking. 10 years, easily, this record's going to hold up. And, yeah, I'll learn some wrestling skills, but the strength's there, buddy.
That's fine, you know, but one of the biggest assets, and in my opinion, and that of many professional wrestlers, the biggest asset is this, the heart.
The heart. You don't think it took a lot of heart? All the hours and sweat I put in my cellar gym when I was 11 years old, then I proceeded up to a town gym. You don't think that took heart?
Oh, I think that
The
takes
Christmases, the New Year's Eves, where I had to stay in and be a dedicated athlete, a dedicated strength athlete, we're talking about. And then to go to the World Championships into Hawaii and do it out in Hawaii in front of 2,000 people, all right? Not in some backyard gym in East Jerkwater, all right? At a big event. That takes a lot of heart, doesn't it?
I didn't say you didn't have
I wonder if...
but that is the asset.
I wonder if you'd consent to some sort of competition with maybe you and Big John Studd.
I'd love it. I'd love to get that tall, burly stiff on a bench and see what he could really do. I don't think he could do it. I think his best is probably about 500.
I would say, Mr. Arcidi, probably the only thing that you lack is maybe a little bit of humility, but other than that, you obviously lack strength. We wish you all the best of luck.
I've seen it, and I've seen the lift he's done, but just doesn't look official to me.
All right,
I hope they use the real cast iron weights this time, not the balsa.
Oh, all right. Well, we thank you very much for joining us, and the best of luck to you in your career in the WWF.
It's all right.
All right, Ted Arcidi, we'll be back as we continue. Stay with us. Back with more TNT and our competition now between Lord Alfred Hayes and Jesse the Body Ventura. This is the Great Egg Toss. And what we're trying to accomplish here is to find out how many eggs the Body and Lord Alfred Hayes, respectively, can throw to Mark and Mitchell at the opposite end of this egg throwing line. And they will then place the eggs in the basket. At the end of 60 seconds, we will tally up how many eggs each has in the basket and thus declare the winner. Are you ready, gentlemen?
I'm ready.
On your mark. Get set. Jesse, set. Go. All right, here we go. Whoa, all right, very good. Ventura and Alfred Hayes nip and tuck. Look at this. All right. All right, Alfred. All right, Alfred. Alfred. Come on, Hayes. Let's tally them up. Oh my goodness, look at that. Your time is up. Let's tally up the eggs. How many do we have here?
Jesse lost.
Jesse loses.
All right, 19 for Jesse the Body Ventura. 22, Lord Alfred Hayes wins.
Did you stick all them in the right basket?
He didn't even make it cheated.
Nail him, body.
All right. Nonetheless, Jesse the Body Ventura, you'll have a better day, I'm sure.
Wait a minute. Look at this. Look at all them broken. Hey, there's nothing broke on our side. Look at all that. Look at all that, McMahon.
On your side.
Look at all that, McMahon. But not in the basket. You're counting broken eggs in there.
You guys.
Look at this. There's 1, 2. I count all them broken eggs.
Back with more TNT. Lord Alfred Hayes winning the egg throwing contest, and we congratulate you on that. In addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, next week we're going to have with us Greg the Hammer Valentine, Brutus Beefcake, Luscious Johnny Valiant, Captain Louis Albano. Also to join us with Mr. Fuji and the magnificent Morocco. You have a little something there in your arm?
Yes, this is for our guest participants who took part in that game today, which we won, incidentally.
Why don't you hold this for me? Oh, Alfred! Oh.
Well, very quickly, they're going to get one of these lovely jackets.
Join us next week for more TNT.